right, Wisconsin versus Illinois. Kind of a mixed bag from over the weekend. We see a lot of the frustrations that we've been seeing all year, drops, the penalties, the mental errors, etc. But we also saw the potential of one, what a different trigger man can bring to this offense, and what a quarterback with a little bit more confidence in what he's doing can bring to the offense. So, Braedyn Locke's first start here, hostile environment, quote unquote, bad weather. Let's see how it goes. So, first play. Starting on the pistol eye look and a shift to the 2x2. And we're going to be running outside zone here. Nice job of Braylon pushing and then cutting back. Hey, that's good. Keep his vision through the whole field. Even though he pushed wide, he still has the vision to the backside to cut back. And these kind of runs are going to be there when Illinois commits so much to the line of scrimmage and not much on the immediate second level. Plays like this are going to be there. So not a bad start for Braylon. Okay. Nice cut. All right, 2nd and 2, 3x1. Get a motion, split flow, inside zone. And Illinois pretty much stacks it up. Let's take a look at the blocking inside. It's just big for big. We get a hat for a hat. But when one of those hats wins, we can have a problem here. I think Fertney was expecting a double team. And rightfully so. But Newton does a really good job here of just sticking on that outside shoulder. His initial footwork makes you think he's coming downhill flowing with the flow of the ball. And he just sticks on the back shoulder and lets Fertney overflow it. So not much Braylon can do here. Okay, and false start. 3rd and 1. Illinois is moving around, but no excuse. So 3rd and 1 turns into 3rd and 6. Gonna run a little condensed 2x2. Motioning to condense 3x1. Okay, run a little the burst release. See what we got route-wise. Okay, so we got the wheel set by the tight end, Rucci. We got the burst corner from Bryson. And then we got Pauling in the flat. Yep. And nice little triangle read. Read the defender who sits in the middle of that triangle. And where you go the ball. Okay. Easy pitch and catch, first down. Okay, 2x2. GH lead. Gonna throw the access throw out here. A little hot. Yeah, but good job loading his feet up. This is good footwork. And really step in and get into the ball here. And I think it's lucky we didn't throw this because I think Illinois might have blown this up. But good job. And give Bryson a quick ball early. All right. 3x1 nub. Okay, so this is a little package. So again, we're reading leverage. And I think with this screen setup, I like this. This is really good play design. And I think what happens here is we get lucky that the outside linebacker here, I think he is just going back. What they're trying to do is catch him in a false read and catch him going upfield here, so then they can slip out and get that extra man out there on the screen. and then we got a hat for a hat. What ends up happening is he just drops, and he drops right into the lane where the ball's supposed to be going. And we end up getting him, but it ends up forcing the ball farther back than we probably would have liked. Also doesn't help. That looks like Illinois gets a little bit of. Now that 17 didn't get a lot of pressure. I think that's enough. What we were expecting. A little bit again, a little bit hot of a throw, but that angle, that outside linebacker really is going to keep Pauling from staying too close to the line of scrimmage. All right, 3rd and 4. Still a manageable situation. 3-by-1. Illinois in straight cover 1. Okay, not bad pocket movement. Let's go back and take a look at the movement and look at the routes. Okay, shuffle back, not there, working down across. Okay, so we're working cross here. This is more of a dig or a, yeah, in. In by number 3. Can't really see what Rucci's doing there, but I bet you it's a variation on a curl. Post. Outside releases on the outside, running fades. We're just trying to clear space inside. A little hot. Kind of falling away a little bit, and that's going to cause us to get the ball a little bit too far in front. But also not bad defense as well. I mean, obviously he gets his hand in there. But not a terrible start. Not the greatest start. Oh, that's right. Sorry, real quick here. I'm going to get you inside the inner workings of this. We're just going to and turn it off. There we go. Okay. Spoiler alert, there's a reason why I have both the offense and the defense loaded up into huddle. Now we're just going to skip through here. I'm just going to keep all this in. This guy in the last video got a little bit annoyed with my choosing to leave in my mistakes and stuff like that. It's like, one, I do not have the energy to edit all my stupid mistakes because I make a lot of them. So anyways, here we go. Okay, so 1st and 10 again. 3-by-1. And false start again. So 1st and 15. Yeah, when you start getting stuff chronically like this, you almost think, can you just take the yards off so I don't have to run something negative to start my day? All right. 3-by-1, motioning to 2-by-2. New tight end in the game, Nokowski. Inside zone. Okay. Again, Illinois' got hats. They got 5. They've got 7 in the box. We have 6 blockers. There is a read man, and maybe that read man becomes the guy who ends up making the tackle. I think we're probably technically reading here, and this is just fill from the backside. But they just have more hats than we can handle. Also, doesn't help that is it Fertney getting walked back? No, that's Raleigh Mullman. Newton had a hell of a game. 17 gets pretty good drive here too. All right. 2nd and 13. At least gain 2 yards. Okay, motioning to the condensed 3-by-1. Okay. Nice little in route. Getting in or a short post here to Nowakowski. Yeah, we'll call that short post. Short post, we've got Pauling up the seam. We've got outside release. Probably a landmark. Hitch fade read. Get to the 10. Capped. sit back down. Going to be reading Inside Out and play action. Nice little quick feed here. Boom, quick action, Top Gun footwork. Get the ball out there. It's good to see. Okay, 1st and 10, 3-by-1. Motioning. 2-by-2. Outside zone. All right, cut's okay. Let's see how we do blocking wise. We get hats, and then we lose somebody. Let's see. That is the outside linebacker. Okay, that's tough. He's a wide lineman. There is a little bit of hesitation on the double, this little slant movement here. So you basically end up getting, Mullman gets out on the slanter, but Furtney's footwork just takes him too wide because that's the angle he should be going. I'm not going to give him that much grief on this. So just it leaves the looper completely unblocked. That's tough. But nice hard running by Braedyn. Still nets us 4 yards. All right, 3-by-1. And here's the fumble. Okay, so let's just take a look at the routes real quick. So what are we doing here? This is QB. This is package QB draw. Okay, so we're reading box. Getting outside. We're letting these outside rushers go. We're gonna get hats for hats in here, and then we're gonna try to get Braedyn up here on the inside linebacker. Okay, that's what the draw action is. Let's look. We see what the receivers are doing. Receivers are just. That's a really bad route by. Who's that number 2 up there? Is that Rucci? Can't tell. We're running fade. Fade wheel out. Yeah, not really there. They had the leverage. So come back here. And Newton, he's a beast. I'm looking forward to never seeing him play against us again. Hey, I mean, there's not really a coaching point here. Other than, we want to tell our left guard that you want him to pick a side on a draw. If he gets outside, you work him upfield. If he's inside, you got to stone him on the line of scrimmage. And ball security, yes. Again, this is not a ball security issue. He has 3 steps into his upfield motion. He doesn't have time to think about getting 2 hands on the ball after that because he's coming from his passing setup to turn upfield. That's real tough to hand movement to get in that position. But drive killer, which Illinois ends up scoring on the ensuing drive. But it is what it is. All right, 3-by-1, motioning to 2-by-2 to the wide side of the field. Power GT. They blew that up. Let's see how they did it. Okay, so this is just, Does Braedyn want to keep this? Probably. In 2 weeks, next week, he's probably keeping this. But also, if he does, this inside backer here is there to stone it. So, when you think of that, and he sees it right away. But what you got to be thinking here is, who do you want taking the punishment? Your 245-pound tailback or your freshman QB? It's actually an easy decision. So when 33 comes barreling down like that, and he can see the inside linebacker, sorry, Braylon, you're going to get popped. How about the rest of the blocks? The rest of the blocks were okay. We could have got upfield. But nice aggressive play by their outside linebacker. All right, 2nd and 12. Too many negative plays here starting drives. Okay. Run the crosser. Okay. Short cross here by Skyler. Okay, and you see this little hesitation move right here that he does at the top of the cut. That little move right there is going to set up a takeoff up the hash mark going forward. I can guarantee you. All right, so we're running. This is just a shorter variation of Y cross. Y cross, we're normally running this at 10 to 12 yards, maybe longer, depending on how guys we got. Here we're just running a little short, like a one-man mesh. Okay, Rucci and is that CJ out there are basically running interference and clearing out, and then it's just one-on-one with Skyler and this nickelback. Okay, take a look at pass protection real quick. Definitely not the greatest. Riley gets beaten in an inside move. Bortolini gets beat on a stunt. But the poise, standing on his own goal line. Okay, a little choppy with his feet, but delivers a strike. We'll take it. Okay, starting out the diamond look. I really hope they run a play out of that formation at some point, but motioning to 3-by-1. Okay, running shallow the DK with a return route from Skyler. Yep. I don't know if yeah, they stoned him on this return. Okay, so we're running Z shallow with the return route wheel on the outside. So we're reading shallow to return, and then we will probably be checking backside here. All right. Okay, concept. Pass protection was there. Broke down a little bit at the end. Could have maybe stepped up a little bit to the right. Now, Braylon is check releasing here, but I think he needs to get a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage when he does that, because he might have taken a little bit of that step up lane out when he didn't clear out of the way. But I'm not going to blame him on that. I actually thought he had a pretty good job pass protecting and moving in the pocket this week, but I think it's just this little bit of delay here, the jam that Skyler couldn't get off that took away that return route. All right, 4th and 2. And we're punting. Okay. So back next drive. Still 7-0. Oh, that didn't look good. And we're going to get a holding penalty to begin with. And Jack Nelson gets beat inside. Okay, this blitz should look familiar because Iowa did this a lot last week. And this is where we got the safety last week. Inside move by the outside linebacker. Blitz from the nickelback. Inside. I guess Newton blow it up. Newton just swims. Malman here. Nose tackle. Swims it. They just... I mean, he swims 2 guys on this nose tackle. Now, Bortolini's going up to the linebacker. But Furtney, and again, it's a problem with these big right tackle Wisconsin style offensive linemen we have sometime is there's no subtlety in their movement based on their body type. You can ask Riley Mullman and Michael Furtney to be light on their feet so they can react to a slant or a swim move. No, they're big bodies. What direction they're going is where they're going. And in this case, they end up getting too far out in front and not great. I mean, you could say the entire offensive line took an L on this because Nelson gets caught for the hold, and Huber gets stood up. Yeah, not good. Not a good look. All right, but we get the holding penalty. So it's all for naught. Doesn't take away from our rushing yards, thank God. All right, motion into 2x2. Okay? Come right back at with it. Same play. Okay, get hats. This time's better. Okay? There's not much there. Get a hat for a hat. Illinois does a pretty good job of filling the gaps. And it's just this time, the blue shirts had the advantage. And that late fill by the safety here takes away the cutback. Or at least it takes away the vision of where the cutback could have came from. Or went to, I suppose. All right, second quarter. Motion to 2x2. Okay, we're running verts here. 4 verts. We're going to get to our landmarks. If we're capped, we're going to break down. Pick the weak side and work one inside out. Okay, so he worked, see, 3-step, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, working outside in. Pretty good job here. Let's take a look at pass protection. Pretty good. Illinois only brought 3. They dropped 8. Okay, but even in drop 8 coverage, there's space. Okay, Pauling does a nice job of finding not only the leverage on the safety behind him, but his nickelback and the 2 inside linebackers. That's really good awareness of the ball. And that's really good placement by Braedyn. One more time. Nice job. Okay, 2nd and 17 to 3rd and 1. Okay, and thank you, FS1, for not giving us much to see here. But I think we just got basic inside zone. We get the first down. Okay, 3x1. Okay, run a Y cross with a wheel. Okay, this is effortless pocket movement here and throwing by Braedyn. Now, a little wide. I think what could very likely happen, because you see Riley here, I think he loses where he is on the field. Where by the time he turns up, he is essentially out of bounds. So he needs to turn this up a little bit quicker to give Braedyn here the back shoulder. And I think that's what he was going for. But we're running cross, we're running post, and we're running hitch converted to an in. That's a good read. Okay, slightly better ball, a little bit better route. That's a good game. But we'll put that wheel in our back pocket. All right, 3x1 nub. GT. Okay, getting in there. Let's look at the blocks. Down blocks are okay. Pulls are okay. All right, it's not bad. Okay, Furtney does a good job getting out there, turn upfield. Okay. Riley pops his guy. Ends up getting the assist on the pancake from Braedyn. Not bad. Okay, you can have a 4-yard gain and consider it a success. Okay. So we've got fade, skinny post, seam-ish. Probably more of a seam with the cross underneath. Okay, it does exactly what we want it to do. Okay, the crossing, when Pauling here kind of crosses in behind Rucci, the DB can't just get right on his hip based on the alignment of Rucci's route and the spacing. So it's there. Pocket presence is pretty good here because we end up getting a free rusher because Newton just obliterated Huber. And they ran it right at the umpire, right where it should be. That's just dropped. Unfortunate. Okay, next drive. Still 7-0. Near midfield. Outside zone. When you see him run like that, you kind of don't want to say anything. You just want to watch it and bask in the glory. All right, so we're showing that little mid-flow outside zone. Okay, cut back. Okay, and when they fill the cutback, that's where the running back's got to make somebody miss. We get the hats, we get the numbers, and they get an extra guy. That's on the running back, and that's exactly what Braedyn did there. Nice job. Okay. Moving on here. Motion to 3-by-1. Okay. Hit it again. Let's look at the blocking inside. Yep, still run the kind of mid-flow outside zone. Hats for hats. A little bit of hesitation, but I think he's trying to find his gap. Okay, where's that tackle end up coming from? Outside linebacker squeezing. It's great defensive play. That could have been a lot bigger gain. Okay, 2nd and 6. Orbit motion. Okay, gonna run. I'm just running straight bubble screen here. Okay, how are we doing blocking wise? Okay. Again, this is tough for Jack. He's going to the right guy, but his outside linebacker recognizes bubble right away, and what he does good for him is he works laterally before he starts gaining depth. So that makes it really hard for Jack. Because if he works deeper to take more of a drop instead of flattening depth out, then probably Pauling picks him up. But Braedyn did a good job. Good feet. Hey, this is just a wide handoff. Nice lateral movement. Okay. So we ended up getting a late hit on that one. So 1st and 10. We're in the red zone. 3-by-1. Okay, changing the alignment a little bit here. So we can run the motion to 2-by-2. Little things like alignment are important. Because if he's not a little bit wider here, this really affects the spacing on Skylar here. All right, so we're running RPO here. Okay, so we're going to hit the same run action we've been hitting. We pull it out here. It's a good defensive play. So this is going to be the Braedyn Locke equivalent of what Tanner Mordecai does. So pull it, keep it, okay, and try to get it to an outlet guy instead of taking the run himself. And it's this late not even late. This is just good awareness by the inside linebacker doing what we call scrape exchange. So when his guard blocks down, he wants to come downhill here, and he's going to be in charge of the C gap. And he comes downhill enough, just enough to affect the throw just by his presence. And that gives 14 just that millisecond to get back there. It's great anticipation. If anything, I'd love to see them build a variation on this where he sticks it and stays. But not a bad idea. Okay, moving on. 2nd and 10. Okay, play action here. And again, FS1 kind of gets this to us late. So let's see if we can pause it and get out here, get the formation at least. All right, we're in 3-by-1. And we are going to run. Okay, so we're running switch release. Kind of a smash concept here. With a burst corner and an out off of the play action. And then keep an eye on this for later. Like Braedyn going up the wheel here. Newton is just a monster. But I like this, running the drag in the backside. The wheel. And this little switch inside here. It's a nice concept. I like it. Just not enough space. Okay, 3rd and 10. Motioning to 3-by-1. Okay, a little pivot. A little low. But that's not the first route. That's the outlet route on this concept. I think Rucci here. This is pretty bad. It's really not a good sign when he can't get off of these guys who are clearly smaller than him. So he's looking here. He's looking to the fade, to the crosser seam. And they're probably running some kind of burst. No, curl. So when Rucci gets kind of stood up here this long, it doesn't give him enough time to get back out here to the curl, which probably was there, especially if he throws it downhill a little bit more. But the disruption here really muddies his ability to see downfield, and you just got to take the outlet, because gaining yards on 3rd and 10 is better than not. Okay, pocket presence is okay. Pass protection is fine. Okay, quick 3 setup. Has time to sit there and wait for it to open up. Just got a little bit too much collision here on this straight crosser route, seam, skinny post, whatever you want to call it. And we ended up getting a missed field goal on that one, which led to an Illinois touchdown. So, 14-0. Next drive. 2-by-2. We are in the 10 personnel. Okay. Liking the route here by CJ. The burst to turn up field. Okay, so a little converting, probably a dig converted to a curl based on the angle of his DB. Okay, short corner with an in and a whip on the backside. Okay, so he's looking here 1 to 2, and then he'd be coming back here to 3. Okay, 2nd and 1. Outside zone. Get enough of push. Okay, not bad. Not great, but not bad. I mean, good play again by this outside linebacker. The track over the top. Riley got lucky. He didn't get called for a holding penalty there when he had his arm around his waist. He get, you know, it's more the movement of the defensive lineman that caused it. He didn't do it on purpose. But we get the first down. Okay. 1st and 10. Pressure. Just get rid of it. Where'd the pressure come from? Okay, a little move inside. Not even that. Just straight bull rush. And then, so what I'm thinking, he's obviously Huber's here thinking that he's got help from Bortolini. Unfortunately, Bortolini's got to help Fertney because Newton is a beast. And that's a bad situation. And we get 2 guys and a linebacker because Braylon's not going to block a defensive tackle. That's good scheme causing bad play by the offensive line. 2nd and 10. 2 by 2. You're in the 10 personnel again. Okay, switch release. And not much doing there again. Incomplete. Let's look at the routes. All right, so they're running again, that kind of stack release. Smash concept. Sorry. Absolute brain malfunction there. Here at the bottom. That's tough to run to the short side. I'm wondering if we're running that to set up throwing the dig on the backside. 1, 2. Yeah, he gets his eyes over there for the dig, but that by then the pressure is already there. And again, just Fertney. Oh, it's Newton. What can you say? It's Newton. 3rd and 10. Okay, shifting from a wide to a condensed 3 by 1. Stick in the pocket. Wait for it. This is what we were missing with Tanner Mordecai. Tanner Mordecai takes off 4 seconds before this ball is thrown. And not because he's jumpy, but because the way he sees these plays develop is so different than Braedyn. Because Braedyn sees these plays develop naturally. Because he's been living and breathing this probably since high school. All right, so we're running. Again, I like this little release here. It's a stack release with the outside receiver. And then he comes across on the curl. And then we're running an outlet on the outside. Put a post over the top. Good throw. Nice second after the catch effort by. And we're just going to look at the pass protection here. And the pocket movement. Okay, I really like that. Okay, and because we're going to have to see this next play on split screen. Okay, essentially running the same play here. Yeah, let's find where that landmark is so we can look at it again. Okay. Curls. Just running curls. Okay, no panic. Curls, cross, post. Okay, not bad. 3 by 1 nub. We're in mesh. Sitting down. Okay? Sitting it down in the zone. Okay, is this zone? Is this kind of some kind of switch man? Again, the easy way to read what we do on mesh is when you come out, you look at the defender over top of the guy that's you're meshing with. If he's not coming, I know I got zone. So I get through the mesh and I sit down. Right there. Nice. Okay. And here, we'll split flow inside zone. 12 personnel, touchdown. That's a nice little confidence building drive going into the half. Again, kind of a proof of concept idea where, yep, we can, if we string plays together, we've got a good thing going. So that is not bad right there. And I think we're gonna get a nice inside angle here. Really good push, really good job washing the offensive lineman down. Braedyn, the vision, keeping his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage. Nice job by Nowakowski to seal off that C-gap defender. Okay. And good job by Rucci there to stone that second level defender. All right. Wasn't perfect, but a nice way to cap the first half. All right, so I think we're going to cut this video here. So, again, mixed bag, a lot of mental mistakes, but a lot of great defensive plays by Illinois. And when you look at the performance of your opponent, you can't always just look at their record and just say, oh, they're 3-4, they're terrible. A lot of things go into a record. They made a lot of great individual plays here. I think the problem with them is they're not good as a team, but they got some pretty good individuals, and those individuals caused us problems in this game. All right, so we're going to come back here with the next video, second half of Wisconsin versus Illinois. Again, taking a look at the offense. And can we build on the success of this drive that we ended the first half with? All right, so we'll see you in the next one for the second half.